Hey, it's Rory from National Transmission. We got a pretty cool build today that we're doing for Retro Motive. There's a lot of custom trucks, so we're doing a 10R140 for him today. It's going behind a 7.3 liter Godzilla motor. Got a lot of cool aftermarket parts going to this. Going to be a pretty sweet build. We have a beefy aftermarket converter going into this unit. It's got a 2400 stall, so it will definitely help with the drivability on this truck once it gets all of his tuning. So that'll be a pretty nice upgrade in addition for sure. We've got a 6-pinion P1 Planetary gear set going to this unit as well. It'll be a pretty nice upgrade as they do typically come with a 4-pinion stock, so it'll kind of help beef up the unit and hold the power that he's wanting to put through it. We've got our upgraded Sonex solenoid retainer kit. On a lot of these 10R140s, 10R80s, the solenoid retainers do wear, which will then cause the solenoids to move in the bore, potentially causing erratic shifting conditions. And potential bore wear in the valve body itself. So this will be a nice preventative thing and an upgrade. This is a 2-wheel drive unit that we currently have. The customer wants it to be a 4-wheel drive. So one of the things that we need to do is change our P4 Planetary or output shaft. As you can see, we have a stubbier shaft here, so that'll be going into this unit as well with a couple other things for that conversion. We have a set of SunCoast frictions and steels going into this unit as well. It comes with some aftermarket pressure plates, so we can beef up that CDF drum, add a few more frictions, so that'll help hold the power that the 7.3 liter is going to be putting out. Now, this is a brand new transmission from Ford, and it doesn't have the upgraded shell or CDF drum, so if you do have a new truck or a new transmission, it may not have the upgraded parts. We have our new transmission partially torn down. I haven't taken apart the trash can yet, but as we can see, this is not the hardened outer shell that Ford has for an upgrade. Some of the new transmissions do have it, some of the new ones don't. It's kind of unclear when they started adding these new parts, but it's a possibility that yours might not have it. Here we have our P1 Planetary. This is the Planetary that came out of this transmission. As we can see, it's a 4-pinion Planetary. And as previously mentioned, we are putting a 6-pinion Planetary in here, so you can see the 6 individual Planetary pinion gears. So this is, again, nice upgrade, be able to hold the power. And it's not even necessarily a bad idea to put something in like a stock build or something along those lines. It definitely wouldn't hurt. Here we go. We got our 10R140 on the bench now. We're going to start tearing it down. First thing we're going to do is pull the pan off. Filter comes next. After filter, we'll be pulling the valve body off, as well as the internal harness and oil pump. Next thing we're doing is our front support. That comes out, and then our entire outer shell with the stack comes out after that. Next, we're going to be tearing apart this outer shell here. We have our E-clutch that we're going to be modifying with our extra friction, and our SunCoast kit, as you can see. Going to be throwing new seals on this input shaft and attaching our new E-clutch from Ford. Going to just be going through our Planetary work here, just cleaning up my P1 Planetary. I like to stack these in reverse, so I'll be starting with my P1 and working the way back. Just sealing my CDF reaction hub here. I'm going to be pulling apart this stock CDF drum and upgrading it with our SunCoast kit. Resealing output shaft there. Here we have our CDF drum. And our frictions and seals will be going into this. Start off with our D clutch here. We'll load it and we will check for our clearance. C clutch next. Same thing, I'm going to load it, check for our clutch clearance. F clutch after that. We're just going to be assembling our E clutch now into our shell and our center support here. So this will be getting the SunCoast B frictions as well. And just check for our clutch clearance. Final installation of that plate now with the return springs. And since this is a 4-wheel drive unit, there's a couple end plugs that we have to install. Next, we're pulling apart the valve body here, a couple valve body modifications. We will be throwing those solenoid retainers in there. They seem to, by Sonex, they seem to last a little longer and do a better job of holding those solenoids in place. Now we're going ahead and stacking our full stack here. So we have our P1, P2 Planetary, CDF drum, P3 Planetary, and then our E clutch assembly and outer shell. We've got that all stacked. P4 Planetary going in, or output shaft. Outer shell's now in place and our full stack's in place. Once we have that fully seated, I'll be stacking my A clutch here, as you can see. Center support in next. And a final torque for our center support. We throw in that internal harness back in, followed by our pump and our valve body. And once that's complete, we'll be throwing our oil pan back on. This unit will be getting that PPE deep pan. It's just not shown in the video because we don't want to scuff it up while it waits to get installed. And just finishing up the valve body here. Again, torquing it to spec in the correct sequence. And unfortunately, as the video cut off there, you were unable to see me install the valve body and torque it to spec, but essentially all we did was install the pump, torque it, install the valve body, torque that to spec, and throw the new filter and oil pan on. And like always, thanks for watching. If you like the content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact any of the national transmissions here. Yeah, we can get you squared away.